Alright. Hello everyone, my name's Kel, and welcome to Slay the Princess, the Pristine Cut. Now, I don't know too much about this game. I have played it before, I have liked it. That's the main reason I'm playing it on the channel. But I don't know everything. I don't know a lot, and I still have a lot of endings to get. It's also been a while, and my memory's a load of garbage. So today we are going to be playing Slay the Princess. I am also turning up the desktop volume and turning myself down for this video. For one reason only. I figured you guys want to hear the game and the narrations more than me. So let's get started with a new game. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Got it.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
It will be the end of the world. I want the end of the world. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to walk from Walmart. Viva la
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people.
Okay.
You have to put an end to her.
Dude, no more people. How can a princess locked away in a basement?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Who the fuck is we? Do you have any evidence back this
Look,
up?
you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Any other shit you want to see about me right now? I'm just gonna say fuck it. And yup, sounds like my luck. Let's silently continue to the cabin, I guess.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Alright,
A warning before you go any further.
got it. What is it?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Well, I don't really have much of a choice. Proceed into the cabin, I guess. Sorry, I'm updating my audio.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
If I want to do this right, huh? Sure, fuck it, give me the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Oh, my cursor changed.
It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
I'll just choke her. What do you want me to say with that? Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Okay.
Her
really,
voice
dude?
carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
What do you mean?
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Okay, stop. Stop. Okay, I need to pause for a second. What the fuck do you mean she sounds dangerous? She sounds like she's done with everything. She's waiting for us to come down. She's gonna see the blade, go, God damn it, it's cool, kill me. Blah, 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 whatever. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Sure, it's not like I have much else choice.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Single chain?
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the
Like
basement.
a single chain, that's it.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
Give us more information.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
No, I'm here to massage your chains. No, oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, you caught me. You're a slave. What? No way. Why would you ever even think that? I don't know. There's a knife in our hands. What else would you think? Do you think we're here to just I don't know. What else would we do with a knife in a cold basement? Steal your nerves and stuff for her. I honestly don't think she's dangerous. So I'm just gonna go with I haven't decided.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
To be fair, I don't
Look
think
how
it's-
reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare.
I'm gonna do it because you said don't.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Yeah, in cold. I am gonna try.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
There we go.
Thank you.
No problem, I guess.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, well,
Don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
shut up.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
You know what? Yeah, I'll give you that. The sadness in her eyes as she's looking at me. There's people out there who think we're going to end the world. Say that. Are we interviewing her? One, if she is going to kill the world, why would she tell us? Two, why are we speaking to her like it's an interview? I know I just said that, but I'm just confused. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
And she can't trust us. I don't really want to give someone my name who just came down with a knife. Not what I look like. Tell me about my cursor. I look like Kyle. I think. Oh, what's the M for? Whatever. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Just shut up. Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I have my reasons. That'd be ridiculous. Well, that's what's happening. You know why I'm here to kill you? That just sounds like a parent asking what you did wrong. What's that? I've been told things, but I'm not sure what to
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
You pull up a really good point. That was actually an amazing comment. You know what? Interview question.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
You know what? Yeah.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Oh, we'll give her that.
Just how long has she been down here?
We tried asking. Nothing came out.
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No, they actually went around that question. Do not like that face. You look like you're about to stab me. What? What are you going to do if I let you out of here? Answer the No, but I'm sure. Now, if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Actually, I've changed my mind. I don't trust you. Not sure. Okay, can I just say, can we get the narrator out of here? I'll also wait.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
Damn. You think that
They're
would
large
work?
and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Actually, good idea. It might actually be upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Well, depends on where. Obviously, they're not just gonna leave it on a table. They're just not gonna go, finally, I've trapped the most vicious monster I've ever had. And now I'm gonna set the key on the table. No. They're obviously gonna hide it behind like a secret wall, behind a brick, something. They're not just gonna leave it. If there isn't a key, do you have any ideas?
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife. You could always cut me out of here.
Good point.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance.
I don't blame her.
If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out.
Yeah.
Anything to finally be free.
Yeah.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Got it.
Is someone else here?
No, the door just said fuck you. Let's try the door. I know we just heard the lock, but hold on. Well, to be fair, it is a cabin. To be completely fair, it is a cabin.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Turn to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
Can I slay the narrator?
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I'm about to stab the narrator.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that. Against your better
I got
judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
Above.
You cut into her flesh.
That's below. I look back.
The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
Oh, God.
She didn't so much as utter a sound.
Oh, God.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to
I'll
face
deal
you,
with that.
her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
To be fair, what's trapped out there?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
I would. Oh my God, the blade has blood on it.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
And what do you mean by that?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Oh,
Stop that.
no.
I thought this was a little too easy.
I'm not.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect.
Thank God.
Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
At this point, I'll take this. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
I mean, if you say so, I'll just drop it.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
Yeah.
I'll make this quick.
You know what? Yeah, if it stops him.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid
No, that's not what
hands.
it's actually. Yeah, I can see
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
that. Maybe.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
Damn.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it?
Yup.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
It was. Because fuck you. Chapter 2, The Prison. Okay. Must have got her again.
You're on a path in the woods,
Or we just reset.
and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the...
Girl, shut up. Okay, no. Oh, you bastard. You're for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. Okay.
Oh,
no.
don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all.
That's not what we're saying no to.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree.
Yeah.
If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right?
Of
It's
course
going to
you
be a
can.
lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Shut up. Yeah, shut up. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Okay, come on.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Yep.
If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Yeah, and then you took over my body.
The absolute irony.
Yeah.
Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting. But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
Alright, where is this narrator?
Sure you are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Not what I meant.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Either way.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
Yeah. She could have
Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are.
Oh, you're counting yourself.
You're talking in circles.
Yes, he is.
No, I'm talking in facts.
What's the point of even talking to you? Excuse me. Fuck it, let's talk about
Just be
the
quick
princess.
about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. It was in my throat house after she's of the world. We walked her in the basement west.
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
Answer the question. Just answer.
You haven't given us an ounce of proof.
Yeah.
You do know that, right?
Just give us anything.
What proof could you possibly ask for? Literally anything.
I would take that, yeah.
Fine. Check your pockets.
I have pockets? Sure, I'll check my pockets.
Put your hands in your pockets
Oh
and
my
pull out
God.
an envelope with the words, "The Evidence," written across the
Like
front.
a photograph or something.
Within, you find a note in your handwriting. It reads, "The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth."
Really?
That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting?
Yeah.
I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes.
Oh my
Please
God.
just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side.
Of course, he does the whatever.
You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to? Exactly. Because you not doing
The
what I
first
tell
truth
you to
out of
do
them.
means you're putting the world at risk.
Shut up, I would rather listen.
I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
Yeah, that's
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
all. To save it from ruin, I'm going to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Yeah.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to.
Yep.
Wink. No, I didn't.
Oh, wait,
Wink.
stop.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Oh, there we go. I was trying to go back. There we go. Did you just sing wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess. Alright, proceed into the cabin. Come on, show me the same carrier. I know the song and dance now. At least I should know.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Wait.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
But I'll take the blade, I guess.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Yeah, definitely.
Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Yeah, I'll give him that. Yeah. Yeah, you didn't say anything about the mirror.
Definitely did not. Does a mirror not count as furniture of note to
There's a
you?
mirror.
Because it should.
There isn't a mirror.
What?
There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Yes, there is.
I think you know what we have to do.
I'm investigating. I want to look at myself. I want to see who I am. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
There's a mirror. It's right in front of my own eyes. Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach
What?
forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Let's just enter the basement. I don't want to talk to him anymore.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Alright.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us?
Does she? That's actually a good question.
You walk down the stairs
Oh,
and lock
me?
eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. So much for cutting her out of here.
Yeah?
Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table.
Did she say something? I miss it.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall?
Yeah, that was
Odd that in
yeah.
a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
I mean, listen, I think it was there last time.
That was there last time too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Damn, you already know. I'm just going to leave her. That's just an asshole thing to do. I'll sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
Right?
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Understandable, actually.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon.
Yeah.
Might as well put her at ease.
Let's say where she wants.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Set you free. Honestly, your head looks like it. If we move your head enough, we might be able to get you off that head one. Keyword might. I might be wrong though. I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh, are we acknowledging that?
Oh, you do know.
I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
Oh.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true.
No. No, I was just lying.
As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
It's complicated things how? exactly.
Right.
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion.
Yeah.
The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
A contingency for what?
For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles.
I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth.
Really?
I hoped if I pushed back hard enough, I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
That's pathetic.
I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
Yeah.
Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by
And
messing it
we're
up
back in this
again. All right?
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world,
What is she
you need
thinking
to
I'm
accept
doing
that.
right now?
I won't.
Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Yeah, it's not.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Wasn't. I was talking to like the 6 voices in my head. What happens after I died last time? The other chair on the wall. Who's it for? Yeah, I'm asking.
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
My arm didn't look too big, so even if I did put that on, I don't think it's going to be too much. What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them.
Oh, that's
And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows?
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work.
yeah, that was my thought.
And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
Yeah, there's not much you can do.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
Again, ask her thing to do. Inspect the shop.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Oh, I thought it meant mine.
And why is
Not mine,
that?
hers.
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
Not really.
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
Honestly, I would not be surprised.
I don't know. Maybe it will.
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
But what if he's telling the truth?
This is the one time I'll believe him.
He isn't.
I am.
Let it go.
Good. Forget you ever saw it.
Nice try, but I won't. Specifically because you told me to.
What would you have me do?
Let me borrow that knife.
Alright.
Don't worry. You'll get it back.
Okay.
That's ominous.
Yeah, I'll give you
But she
that
seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing.
one. I do believe her. Yeah.
Oh, please. She's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon.
She's in 3 sets of chains. What's
Though if she
gonna
isn't
do?
bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
I'll give you that one.
So, what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons.
Alright.
If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
Okay, how'd you gang out of all three?
That doesn't sound great. What about the pros?
She will kill us?
There are none.
Of course there isn't.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Yeah. Realize that as much as I want, I have reasons. You realize that I have as much reason to distrust you as much as I distrust you. I'm not gonna be, in case you've forgotten, you killed me with it last night. To be fair, the narrator took over our bodies. I can cut you off here. I'm not gonna. You know what? Sure. Okay. I'm trusting you.
Slide it over.
See?
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess.
She's locked.
Until you come up
Reset
with
the
any
chains.
other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place. You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you?
Well.
Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right?
Yeah.
You've already tried to take over, buddy. Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you?
I am.
A little.
A little.
I think you got your point across. Fine.
Shut up.
You slide the blade across the floor.
Yeah, we're a good distance.
The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
She wouldn't reach us.
Thanks.
No problem. What's your plan?
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly as she raises the blade to her throat.
Don't tell me you're doing.
What is she doing?
Don't tell me you're doing what I think you're doing.
She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
I can't look. But look away.
You close your eyes. That doesn't stop you from hearing every grisly detail. The splitting of skin, the wet mulching of severed veins, the grinding of metal against bone. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that? So that's her play.
Yeah.
Killing herself? We don't know that she's dead yet. We're not even watching it happen. She could just be faking those sounds. And then, finally, you hear a snap and an uneasy silence.
Technically, I heard the blade.
There is a slow and fleshy tear. Hard to fake that. This is worse than watching.
Yes, it is.
And yet our eyes are still closed.
Yeah.
Finally, there's the soft thud of something roughly head-sized bouncing against the floor, and the clattering of chains as they drop along with it. I think you can open your eyes now.
Oh God, how is this gonna look?
Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please
Yes, we could just
tell
put it
me we
back.
can put it back.
Oh.
The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
She's out of the chains.
So I guess that's it. What a way to go. But she is gone, isn't she? I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course,
Yeah.
the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward. Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle? I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us.
As long as we
Sure you
get
can
away
understand
from the
that.
corpse.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of reason. She's left us with this dangling thread, and I need to know why. You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and
She's
now
dead.
we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
She's dead. Her head's gone. Why would I take the princess? Well, that's just morbid. I'm I'm just gonna leave.
Fine. But if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it.
Alright.
With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
What?
You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here.
Alright, sick.
The windows. Do you see that? We used to be able to see the outside world from up here, but now it's just
Oh shit, yeah,
empty.
Wait. Yeah, why is it empty?
The door. Check the door.
Do I have any other options? No. I mean, I was gonna check anyway, but...
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
What the fuck?
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows.
But if everything's gone, does that mean we're not gonna get our reward? This is your reward.
What?
An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it. Okay. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Like hell it is.
You know what? Sure. Fuck it. I don't know. I'm
So
pretty okay
glad
with
you're
this.
keeping an open mind.
Alright, how bad is this gonna be?
Time passes.
Alright.
You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades.
Decades?
It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Am
Decades. No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
You know, I'm just gonna... I don't want to die again.
That's
Yeah.
great. Congratulations. You've earned it.
Thanks.
More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is.
Oh.
Not happy.
Well, yeah, we're nothing.
Happy still has plenty of meaning.
He's just saying things.
The voice's protestations fall on deaf ears. Eventually you
Because it
pass
said that
into
from
a
the
blissful
beginning.
state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift,
Yeah, there's
you
nothing.
simply exist. Happy. Forever.
This is the world's shittiest. Oh. Of course.
No, you stop that. Stop all this nonsense.
What?
You really don't want to be happy, do you?
Apparently not.
We still have a blade. Let's use it on ourselves and start over.
I'm not dying.
Suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you.
This isn't bliss, for one. Honestly, I take nothing. Sorry, but we're not
Don't
doing it.
apologize. I'm sorry.
For what?
Wait, why are you sorry?
Yeah, why?
Your body lurches as your heart suddenly stops beating.
Motherfucker.
Are you killing us?
You'll forgive me eventually.
Why?
You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose?
Immortality.
Why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want?
I'll give you that one.
I
Okay.
don't have to answer that.
Okay, you're dodging the question again.
That's all we needed to hear.
Can you not do...
It turns out that it doesn't take too long to die after your heart stops beating.
Oh.
You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark, and you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right?
It's not my fault.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Shut the fuck up. The cage. Alright.
You're on a path in the wood.
fuck?
Are you fucking kidding me? We had everything we ever could have wanted, and you killed us.
We didn't have everything we ever could have wanted. That's just what he told us. I want the truth, not some made-up eternal happiness.
But it was nice. Who gives a shit about truth?
I do. He said we were happy, but what does happiness like that even mean? It was just another prison.
And this isn't?
There are chains everywhere.
Yeah, that was my thought.
That just means we're on the right track, you numbskull.
How?
That we're finally starting to see reality for what it is.
Can you two stop fighting?
Yeah.
It's not very productive. No, it isn't, is it? So let's focus up.
Yeah.
You've clearly already been here before, and judging by how deranged you all are, you've already been here more than once.
Yep.
I'll spare you my full introduction, but I would
thank
like
you.
to remind you that the people in my world are living, breathing, suffering entities. Not pawns for you to sacrifice in pursuit of some vague truth.
To be fair, you did get your happy ending in World 2. Oh shit, we do.
Huh. I hadn't actually noticed.
I didn't either.
Holding it's starting to feel natural, isn't it?
I don't actually.
It doesn't matter if we spawn with it or have to trudge all the way up to the cabin to get it. It's not even a blade, really. It's just a dinky little knife. The real threat here can kill us without it anyway.
Good point, actually.
I didn't kill us without reason.
You kinda
Well,
did.
you still killed us.
Yeah.
This is strange. You're not supposed to start with the blade. It says right here that you're supposed to find it at the cabin. Oh well, I suppose that doesn't make much sense anyway. It's better if you start with a weapon, so
Yeah,
this
wait,
is
why don't we
probably
start
for the
with a
best.
Why wouldn't we? At last time, the way you think of walking us away in a happiness void forever. He's actually at last time I was happy. With I'm not taking blade again, toss your yes.
Are you serious? The blade is your implement. You're going to need it if you want to do
No,
things
I'm
right.
throwing it into the void.
You know what? Yeah, screw this. We won't play along with any of you.
Come on.
You're all being ridiculous.
How?
Why would we
Please.
disarm ourselves at a time like this? Don't you dare.
I'll chuck it.
Are you even listening to me? Does my opinion count for nothing? We're never getting out of here if you don't listen. I'm intervening. We're not tossing
It's
the blade.
3 against 2 against. I'm in charge, and I say we're tossing the blade. You had chance last time when we saw how that worked out for us.
Without another word, you foolishly hurl your only chance at victory far off into the woods, never to be seen again.
Never to be seen again. All we did was toss it into the woods. There's nothing stopping us from picking it back up.
Oh, but there is something stopping you from picking it back up. The fact that you already made your decision.
Yeah.
As much as I'd like to turn back the clock, we'll all just have to suffer the consequences of what you've done. That's how decisions work.
Yeah.
That felt good.
Well,
Best thing we've done in ages. Whatever this bullshit world throws at us next, we'll always have this tiny victory.
yeah, I'll take that actually. No way out, but through. Let's go. Let's go see her. Proceed to the cabin. Yeah, let's go.
You stand at the edge of a cliff.
Oh dear God.
An abyss yawns beneath you, empty and endless. The only path forward, a rusted metal bridge. The cabin looms on its far side. I think you already know what waits for you within.
Yep.
Great, a creaky old bridge in a bottomless ravine. Because getting to the cabin was too easy last time.
Every other.
I wonder what other sick jokes are waiting for us. Maybe that ravine doesn't even go anywhere.
My
It'd be
luck.
par for the course if we slipped and wound up falling forever.
Maybe
There's
it'll be
nothing
a
to find
public-
out here. Time to check in with the missus.
I'm going to pretend you didn't just call her that.
Yeah, I am too. Proceed to the cabin. It's not like I have much else to do.
Every surface of the cabin is draped in chains, the air filled with the mock birdsong of metallic clinks. Where there should be walls, you can see only endless ropes of metal, with hooks dangling from their ends. A fitting cage for a monster destined to end the world.
Shut.
There's nothing for you to do but step forward into the basement. You already foolishly threw away your weapon, but still, your objective awaits.
Again.
Oh, not the damn mirror again. I
hate the mirror. It gets us nowhere.
Yeah.
The mirror?
It's right there.
What
right?
mirror? There is no mirror. Why would I lie about there being a mirror? Whose fucking idea was this? It's awful. I'm sure whoever put it there for a reason. It's obviously important. It has to be.
Yeah.
I'm not going to waste time arguing with you. Just get to the basement, okay? The door's on the other side of the room.
With a mirror blocking it.
Then, I guess there's nowhere for us to go but forward.
Just we'll have to move the invisible
You step
mirror.
out onto the floor. Or what should have been a floor.
What should have been.
Should have been. Yes, unfortunately, you realise too late that there is no floor beneath the metal.
Got
There
it.
is only a loose web of chains suspended over some unseen space. An unseen space that you are now rapidly plummeting through.
Shit.
Oh, now this is just absolute bullshit. Can't even walk across a room now without being plunged into an abyss.
Yep, sounds like that.
You're too emotional. It makes us sloppy. We have to focus on details right now, and we can't focus on details if you're raging about every little thing that happens.
Are we supposed to focus on details while we're falling into a bottomless pit?
Yeah, what do?
Don't be ridiculous. It obviously has a bottom.
Your fall is suddenly, painfully halted as rusty chains pull taut against your skin, their hooks digging into your muscle.
That's going to require a tetanus shot.
You find yourself suspended in what
Oh,
appears
God,
to
I
be
see it.
a vast, dark space. The glinting of yet more chains merely hinting
Not
at
the
its full
princess.
dimensions. You dangle a few feet off the bare concrete floor.
Oh, hey, there is a.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. As your eyes adjust to your new surroundings, you make out a figure standing in the gloom, obscured in shadow. She watches you with the stillness of the grave.
Easy now. We don't know what sort of situation we're dealing with. We should let her make the first move. Let observation give us an advantage.
Or, hear me out on this one. We'll die of blood loss, because I am not seeing ahead on this. Hello?
But you are met with only silence, save for the creaks and groans of metal as it sways in the stale air around you.
No.
The hooks slowly shift in your skin, the pain coming in waves as you continue to dangle helplessly.
Great.
Screw this. This is making me bloody anxious. It's like she knows how unfair this all is, and now she's having fun with it. She's mocking us
Sounds about
By
right,
not
actually.
saying anything.
Yes!
I'm gonna go with the hero on this one. No, that's gonna hurt way more. Sorry, okay, I'm sorry.
The princess takes a slow step forward. As she does so, the heavy chains shift, tightening and
has
tearing at your
control of
flesh,
the
your
chain.
joints screaming in agony as the
hiding a
rusted
bird
hooks dig
cage?
deeper. Stars dance in your eyes as the chain wrapped around your neck threatens to choke you.
Oh.
As your vision comes back into focus, your eyes fall on
bad.
the body of the princess, finally emerged from the shadows. The body of the princess is a weird way to describe a
I
person.
mean, are you looking at her?
It's only accurate. The form in front of you is a body, draped in raiments of chains, her head dragging along behind her in an iron cage. The head stares up at you but says nothing, and the chains squeeze ever tighter.
Oh, we're being strangled
Great.
already. You haven't given us a chance to do a damn thing. What's the point of any of this if we don't even get to make a single choice?
I mean, we made a choice.
I'm not here to give you chances. I'm here to set the stage and to dictate to you what happens. I can advise you on the correct course of action, but there are limits to my direct involvement. The choices, if that's what you like to call them, have always been yours.
Yeah.
A riddle while we're dying, isn't that just like you?
Sounds about right.
Now to
actually.
figure out what exactly you mean by choices. Oh, for the love of stop thinking and do something.
Yeah, that. I'll give him that. Put me down, killing me, going to do anything with the problem with my own and try to help you. Look, I didn't even bring a knife if you want to talk to me.
You're pleading with me as if I have a say over anything that happens here. Shouldn't you know by now that I don't?
Yes, you do. You literally chopped your own head
And neither
off.
do you.
Yes, I do. I don't have the knife.
The body takes another step towards you, the chains around you tightening, the hooks boring deeper into your flesh. They constrict dangerously around your throat. You find it harder to breathe.
Of course, yeah.
I don't think she's happy you're here. But what do
Clearly.
I know? I'm just a set of eyes and ears. I don't make choices. At least not any that matter.
Oh, well, isn't that just convenient?
Shut up.
It makes sense to me. She's a severed head. What control could she possibly have over her body? There's no connections, no nerves. So
And
bodies
she
can
did.
work on their own.
Okay, all two of you.
You know, I wouldn't mind that, actually. Maybe when the chain pops our useless head off, we'll get to run around without it.
Like her.
This was all doomed from the start, wasn't it?
Yeah, listen. Now, if you would shut up. Main choice in here. Stop. Never stop. You're choosing violence right now, okay? Her. Now, this is my fault. I haven't done anything to you except give you my weapon. Twice. You're talking about your body as if it's a separate person. It's you.
That's what I used to think. But time alone has taught me the truth. I'm not my body. I'm just the thing that watches it. There's so much pain that comes from tricking yourself into thinking you have a choice. But none of us have choices. And knowing that has made me feel so... free.
Oh.
Everything we witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle. I wake up in chains.
Yeah?
The body steps forward. Your bindings tighten again.
Hey, can you at least tell
You
the
come
body
to me,
stop moving?
knife in hand.
Look at my hands.
But that's not right. We didn't bring the knife. We even told her that earlier.
Yes! Clearly weren't listening. Clearly weren't listening. When I told you, I threw that. I threw away that knife. I ditched it before I even got to the cabinet. I chose to talk to you unarmed.
But that's not right. That's not the reality I've been looking at.
I don't have a knife.
You shouldn't have been able to do that.
And what do you think I
The
did?
body marching towards you comes to a lurching stop.
Oh! Hell yeah!
She stopped. What is that supposed to mean?
You've been the one listening to me. You made yourself stop, and now you decided to finally let me down. Okay, now it sounds like you're trying to manipulate her into blaming her. What do you actually want doing? Okay, now you're blaming her again. I think it's supposed to be well. You're ready to talk. Way we can here's drop your guard just like I did.
You make it sound so easy. But it can't be that easy. Not after all that violent repetition. Oh,
What?
Suddenly, the chains loosen, the hooks sliding from your skin. You come crashing to the floor, and as the chains rain down around you, her body falls too.
Thank God.
The room settles into comforting silence. No more rattling of chains, no more slow, deliberate footsteps from the princess's body, only the soft click of the latch as it opens the door of the cage.
Oh.
so that's really all it took?
Yeah.
The truth was right there the whole time. We just needed to believe we were better than this. I feel like a fool, really. But it's always the most complicated problems that tend to have the simplest solutions.
That is absolutely not how this works.
Shut up.
Looks like we've seen through your lies at last, Mr. the Narrator.
Mr. the
If that
Narrator.
even is your real name.
Oh, shut up. We got lucky. And you especially got lucky.
Yeah.
Both of you talk too much.
Give her a chance to say what she wants to say. I'm sick of treating this like some puzzle or bullshit game.
I want you to take me out of this place. That's all I've ever wanted.
The princess's body doesn't stand, instead holding the cage aloft, beckoning you to come near.
You have
If you take
very
her out of there, if you carry her to freedom, it's the end of the entire world. You know that, right?
For once, I'm gonna let
Fine
her
by me. This world is bullshit anyways.
Yeah.
The rest of us will find one that's better.
Yeah.
Besides, we already made our choice, all the way back in the woods. Nothing you can do about it now.
Yeah, there's nothing.
I suppose not. You know, I think a part of me always knew this was doomed from the start. I'm narrating on borrowed time, aren't I?
I guess so.
But even if I'm doomed to go, I might as well make sure you have a proper ending. Go on then.
You know what? That's actually very kind of you. I'll take your princess from her cage. Thanks for putting possession onto the princess.
You cautiously approach the kneeling body and extend your hand, bruised and bleeding from the trials that brought you to this point.
Well, my hand isn't bleeding. My arm is on this. The left hand.
And then you take her from her prison.
Aw,
She looks up
small
at you,
smile.
and for the first time since you laid eyes on her, she smiles.
Her crown is even
Warmly.
chains.
I have no idea how we're supposed to leave.
Yeah, actually, good point. We're like a few
The
miles
body
under.
points, and you follow its finger to a lone chain dangling from the doorway that sits far, far above you.
Huh.
Are we supposed to climb up while holding her?
I'll pull us out of here, if you just hold on.
Oh yeah, she's.
I'm game.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
So am I. Then get on with it.
Shut up. Okay, cool off the chain.
You wrap your hand in the chain, holding tight as it starts to move and holding the princess close to you. Together, you rise out of the pit.
I'm sorry if I made this harder than it had to be.
You kind of confused me back. But wait, if I would.
You glance back towards the princess's body, doing its part as it hoists you up. It grows smaller and smaller, slowly disappearing back into the shadows of the basement.
No, that's not right. There shouldn't be an F. I'm sorry. I made this harder than it had to be.
Yeah.
Maybe she has a point, in a way. Our bodies don't matter.
Maybe.
We're almost there. I can smell the night air.
That bit of light feels like it's mocking us. At any moment, she could just drop the whole thing and send us crashing down.
With her, with.
I don't think that's gonna happen, mate.
Yeah.
It'll be par for the course. And then the chain stops its ascent, depositing you safely in the cabin doorway. I guess you never closed it behind you. Well,
Yeah.
there's only one thing left for you to do.
Yep.
Shall we?
Yep. You know, it's funny, all this talk about freedom, free will, and I feel like I'm locked onto this outcome. I'd rather you not. No, step into freedom.
So you
deserve
step
it.
into a world ended by your hand.
What the fuck, dude?
What a travesty.
Where are you getting quieter?
Bye. It's me.
You got quiet. He's gone.
Awful? Is he still there? I think he's gone.
Yeah, what the hell?
We did it! That wasn't so bad. Now I guess we'll need to find a new game to play.
I guess so.
Thank you so much. I didn't think this was possible. But here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
It's a little cold out here, isn't it?
Okay, I'll give you that. It's just the what the shit. You do not get your chance to respond. Something else will put from you and interrupt something else. Damn viewer!
She's gone. Where did she go?
Oh,
Should we try and find her?
page
And there's that mirror again.
Creation.
Why is it here? Why now?
It's been here since chapter 2. Narrator.
He is. Does that mean the world ended?
It must have. Do any of us know what the world ending is supposed to look like?
To be fair, we stabbed.
Good riddance.
Yeah, I'll just go with that. Yeah, good riddance. To be fair, though, we did kill the prince. Well, but technically killed the princess and it looked exactly like this. Minus the mirror. I don't know where she went. I don't know how we go.
If there's even a her to find anymore.
Yeah, where the fuck did she go?
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
It's a mirror.
We just can't win.
I'll give him that. Yeah, we can't.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
I don't know very much choice.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
It's going to do something to us. I can feel it. I'm begging you, don't do this.
I have no choice. The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
I have no choice. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. But the mirror remains. Time to see what's in it. It's you. I look horrifying. Quiet. Proceed to the cabin. Great. I'll go to the cabin. Oh, there she is. I don't like the large arms around her, behind her, but hey, there she is. You're at the cabin. Approach her. Oh.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Solitary light? What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
Okay. What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me.
Oh.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Good point. The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is a locked door to which you held the key. She will make for an open heart if you let her.
Oh.
Do not mourn her. She is no longer bound.
You're literally playing at her chains like she's a puppet. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Good point. What if I attack the entity? Roll cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Oh. Destroy your body then? Rise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
That it doesn't hurt. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Oh.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Oh. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness.
Oh.
I could not have trapped you here. and I too yearn to be free.
Oh. You know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Oh. Alright. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles.
Oh shit.
Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Oh. How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Oh. How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I was sent to slay the princess and stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is this what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being symmetrical. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
It's like we're creating life. I'm not going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Wait forever?
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage? You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Okay. The game just closed. Oh my god, the game just closed. Well, if you guys will give me a second. I didn't think the game was just gonna say screw you and close on me. Hold on.
I never left your side.
You have returned to me. Oh my god, okay. Alright, I guess. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Oh.
You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die, of course. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess. Wait, is this just gonna repeat again?
You're on a
Oh my
path
god.
in
Just shut up. Okay. You know what? Screw it. Let's
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
leave. Yeah.
Do you even know where you're going?
Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Yup.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong.
Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
No, he does he? Does he remember?
That's strange.
What?
It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
What?
How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
What the fuck? No, turn around again and leave
You're really
again.
keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
You know what? No. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that.
Okay, now I'm definitely not killing her.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Alright, let's go.
Oh, would you look at that?
Oh,
You're at the
gotta be
cabin
fucking
again.
kidding me.
Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
I am going to throw this narrator out of a window. Oh yeah? Well, I guess I start walking a different direction again. In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived,
Killed the
as well
music.
as for everyone who ever will.
You killed the music.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
The cabin?
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Wait, what's going on?
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Damn, dude.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
How? Chapter 2, The Stranger. Yep, sounds like my fucking luck. Yep,
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to...
Slay her. You weren't kidding, she reacted into the world last time, didn't she? What the is she? Oh, you bastard, you're in for it, but I died the whole world. What am I doing here? These walls weren't... Oh shit, yeah, the walls weren't here.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there.
No.
It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or,
What?
heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
What?
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe. Actually, wait.
I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience. He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day.
I like him.
If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off.
The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky.
The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
They're more informational than you. Yep, okay, definitely going to the cabin where I'm definitely slay that princess. Yeah, just staying with forever. Staying in the woods forever. I feel like he's just gonna kill us again. Let's just go to the cabin.
A warning. Before you, she will lie. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
I'm inclined to
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Yeah. Alright, proceeding to the cabin.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted.
Oh god.
An inch here, a foot
that
there,
messes with me.
such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window.
Yes!
What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
Apparently.
You can't just say that. Not when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna...
Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the prince. Okay, fine, you took the knife. But you really shouldn't hold it like that.
What?
Then how are we supposed to hold it?
How are we supposed to?
The other way. Thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Okay. Alright, play the other way.
You switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations. Yes! Isn't this so much better?
Looks like I'm ready to burn.
Okay, fine. You're right.
It
This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
Throw the blade out the window! I really don't trust this.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odor that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing.
I think it might be easier.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
The one time I agree with you.
Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Alright.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you
here to kill?
No, thank you.
Yup. I'll
Oh,
take-
don't be such a baby.
No, I'll agree.
I don't
figure
want
out.
to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
No matter what. Yeah.
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure.
And that is.
And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success?
I guess that one.
There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Jesus Christ, this dude is perfect. I'll take the soft staircase. Right.
You step to the right. The path feels soft and reassuring against your feet. The stairs almost seem to cradle you as you make your way down, like they're guiding your heels from one step directly to the next. You barely have to extend any effort to descend, the stairway doing most of the work for you.
Oh.
You don't feel like there's any concern that you might slip or tumble or lose your way.
Oh. Alright.
But the further you go, the deeper
Oh.
you sink in. First, it's like a lovely plush carpet, your toes digging down and barely hitting any resistance at all. But soon enough, you're fighting just to keep your knees from sinking out of sight.
Oh god.
The softness threatens to swallow you whole, to wrest control of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss, pretending to save you from the cruelties of choice and consequence. It's slow going, but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall back into comfort and nothingness, the very struggle to continue forward consuming your every thought.
Oh dear god.
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal.
Can I skip something? Time disappears. Oh, great. Comes during the trail.
Are you okay?
What the hell was that? What happened to us?
Hold on. Consumption and betrayal is kept to some in blind devotion, rival submission, terror, and longing, pain, and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as.
I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
Yeah, that's my thought.
Oh well,
Fuck.
that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
You know what? No, shut up.
The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was here. What's your name?
You can call me Princess, if you'd like.
Alright. I mean, that works.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honor if it should do, really.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that?
Apparently.
I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back?
How?
You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters.
Yeah!
But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen.
Great.
If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts
Yeah.
weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. if it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
I don't want to do that. I'm going to get you out of here, trying to figure. I don't know who you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything. You're in the basement. For all I know, you're lost. Down here. Gang down here. There's more.
Do you need help? Not that there's much I can do chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best. There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
She fractures again.
What the fuck?
I don't like where this is going.
do
Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are.
How would we even do that? Where would we start?
Yes, please.
You could always start by stabbing her.
Which one?
Which her?
Oh my god.
Any of them. I don't know about you, but I'm sure glad we took that knife with us. I can't believe someone suggested you toss it out the window. Can you imagine? I don't think we're going to be able to put her back.
You know what?
Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Clearly. What happens if I try to free her? Why is there multiple choices here?
I don't know why I'm here, but there has to be a reason, right? You don't just lock a princess away in a place like this without a reason. I wish I knew what it was.
Yeah, same.
But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen, or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers? Can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
Oh, now you want to get out.
I don't know what happened to you, but you look like you're in one piece now. But I understand. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they would send something better to deal with me. If the stairs managed to chew you up, I will devour you. I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
I have no choice. I actually have to
Wait,
pick this.
that's not right.
Yeah, it's not.
Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. All at once you charge forward, not feeling to slay the princess just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone.
Killer, attacker.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say?
Shit.
I could use a good bit of wit right now.
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world, the princess collapse in on themselves before it all
Oh, he's gone again.
falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
Didn't think going and turning around, trying to help her. Just trying to stop myself from having to deal with the narrator would result in this. It's going to be okay. You again. Your advice is gone.
She's gone. Is that a...
Of course it's good. You. It's going to be okay.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
Why?
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. You're not messing with us, right?
No, I'm not. You approach the mirror, gaze into your reflection. Silence as you record the dawn once again. The mirror always makes them leave and you need to see what's alone. Great. Find yourself feeling quiet again. See, have it. I feel awful.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much of you has changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single
I'm
answer?
sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, what to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna kill her. You know, I actually might, because I have this thing I created. When I go back, it's an invisible wall closes around me. Why can't I do the same things I've done before? I can't do the same things I've done before.
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own.
Good point, actually.
They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Good point. You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. Well, heroes, nice.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
What?
My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
What? You have any thoughts on this vessel?
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and wall. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
You know what? Yeah, actually, I trust them with you more than me. You don't have any preferences on how you like to change or grow.
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. Okay. Oh,
You're on a path in the woods.
Screw it. We're just gonna jump right to the cabin.
You make your way.
Shut up. It's hidden cabin.
The interior of the cabin.
Shut up. What happens if I just enter, please?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below.
Oh.
This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp,
Wait,
a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
That's different.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Just checking in on you?
You are? It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on, let's talk a bit.
Okay.
What a nice smile. What's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
Do we not have names?
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
She's so polite.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Yeah, I'll give you Princess. Sorry, I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I have been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird.
Okay, yeah.
She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully, you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I don't know anything about you from I'm the first person you've seen in a while.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
You look disheveled. I'm being concerned.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
But
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating?
Yeah.
She has to eat,
you
right?
have to eat something.
You're only making this more difficult.
Shut up, narrator.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
Says you.
No, you're doing the right thing.
Thank you, Vera.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Jeez.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No, I really don't.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
That too,
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
yeah.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
To be fair, she's been down here a long
If we were
time.
stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Of course.
Is someone else here?
Yep. Someone else here. I'm just gonna return to the basement.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at them.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates
God.
before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang
Behind
of
me?
bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs.
What?
You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her.
I'm gonna go with that option.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
You're gonna take control of me again. I can take a wild guess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
I'm
No.
shocked at that.
She didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Yeah. Let's get out of here. Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any. As the princess approaches. Wait, this isn't watch me.
What are you doing?
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. The blade! Move the blade! As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Of course I'm not.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I can hear the venom in his voice.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
Nope. I can take a wild guess.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
Yep.
I'm so sorry.
She's crying.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you.
She's
As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Everything gone dark. Yeah, okay, there. Now it's gone dark. The damsel.
You're on a path. You're here.
Shut up. I'll just proceed to the cabin. What's the point?
A warning. She will lie. If only you knew what you did to us, you villain. Excuse me? Forget he said anything.
Please do.
But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love. Last
Can I
time?
stab her?
What are you talking about?
Like, I'll stab myself.
I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him.
Yeah, just try to. Please.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
What happens if I do? If It's a damsel in distress. I'm not okay.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Probably.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love.
I'll take death.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Shut up.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
Thank God.
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
Yep.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing,
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Yep.
Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you?
That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion.
She didn't even know
I'd
how to
really
fight.
hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We
Yeah.
damned a whole world, but everything reset.
Yep. Nothing. Oh, I skipped it on accident. Nothing resets. They're just somewhere else. You can't keep looking to the world forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is so the last time I heard a long one do that. Very nice. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
It's not
Why are
gonna
you two
happen.
arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
I
She
see
didn't
it.
care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
With what weapon after? What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
But before we started talking, well, I'm sorry about what happened last time.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
Fuck off.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
Yeah.
That's because she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
No,
I
no.
think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I want to remove this voice from my skull. Let's rescue
No.
her, sure.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll...
You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain.
would if you
My
had a-
passions contain titanic depths, and if you try
anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Actually, I
You
believe
wouldn't.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
that. Holy
You approach
shit,
the
that
princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked.
worked. I really shouldn't have.
I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
Yeah, kind of my thought.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and
Okay.
everyone out there would be saved.
Okay, dude, you have like a lust for violence.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Get you out of here.
That sounds perfect.
Alright.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
Hey, narrator, can you shut
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Great!
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time?
Yep.
Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
I mean, there's a window.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are known enough with this true love
I'm
nonsense.
not
You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
I'm about
Are you listening to this?
just-
You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Clearly, yeah. Why is that? Do you think you can open it?
Well, I don't know. Do you think I can?
Sure.
Of course she can. You believe in her, right?
Nobody is leaving this basement.
Yeah, I think you've got this.
Okay, let me try.
The door just flies open, please.
The princess tries the handle. And
What happened?
the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I told you she could do it.
Yup.
You and the princess make your way upstairs and the blade. That's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
I'm not doing that. She's looking right at me. Look at the smile.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
I hate you.
You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone.
No.
That's not how this
But
works.
the girl at the long.
Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending. What a romantic suggestion. You're right. We don't need the world. All we need is each other.
That's exactly what I just suggested. Was it not romantic when I suggested it?
Did you suggest that? I wasn't listening.
Sounds about right.
You answered me.
But the door's right there. We can just leave.
Wait.
Why would she say that? Was she not wooed by our proclamation of love? Are we not enough for her? She's not wooed by you because staying here and building a life together isn't a seduction. It isn't anything. It's a non-answer. It can't be done.
To be fair, how will we change? You're right, we're leaving.
Okay,
Wow. Some changes.
that's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you step outside.
Oh, don't fight again.
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
Can I retract that laugh?
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and
We have
weave her a
feathers?
coat worthy of a princess.
Actually, wait, that would make sense. Actually. You don't get the chance to make that death, nor will you ever since you can leave.
She's gone. And is that... What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. Do it then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
Oh wait, if I stabbed her, then would you be like this? Quiet again. We're at the cabin approaches.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Can't be a contradiction. Contradictions
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it. As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
No matter how many times I go back, at least once, the other time,
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
That's about me. That's actually really endearing.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Okay. Do you know what happens to the world we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done. The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me. I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you. The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me. We will know when we near our destination. I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark when you die. Yep. Alright.
You're on a path.
Okay, you know what? I've done everything. What happens if I just kill her? It's like Undertale.
You make your way.
You get the passive, the true passive route. You go in. I really liked that. True reset, kill everyone.
The interior of the...
Shut up.
You take the blade.
Shut up.
The door to the base...
I'm skipping everything up until
Good.
I get down.
You're still listening to reason.
Steel your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
What are you gonna do? Choke me with your chain?
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
If I hesitate now, alright, sure.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
Sure.
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh,
Kinda my
this
fault,
is
yeah.
it, isn't it?
Yeah. Seems like
I'm
it.
almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder,
What?
do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
No, actually.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
You know what? I'm gonna go with you.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Show me the void.
Only
Yep.
a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Yeah. This bullshit.
What's
Let me
done
out of
is
here.
done. And there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Hell no. Do you have any idea how to get us the heck out
I
of
do,
here?
but you're probably not going to like it.
Is the knife downstairs?
Blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't
Yes,
you
it is.
dare.
Anything get the hell out of here, this hell. Dude, even the narrator from the Stanley Parable brought you someplace to make both of you happy. And when you went to go kill yourself, he sounded distraught. He didn't want to go back. But this guy's like, you're happy. You're happy. Like, Jesus Christ.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you.
It's not.
Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An
No.
eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
Ow.
Fine.
Your
Whatever.
words cut
For the
deeper
first
than
time
any
since time
blade
stopped
blade.
meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
Yep. I'm waiting to see her corpse.
The princess's
Or-
body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
Alright.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Damn, he just...
The end. Nice knowing you.
Nice knowing you too, asshole. Spectre? Spectra?
You're on a path in the woods.
Shut up. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning. Before she will lie, she won't be a problem.
Fuck? Okay, proceed into the cabin. Voice of a dead spirit. Or my soul. One or the
The
other.
interior of the cabin is cold,
Oh,
a soft
like a
odor
haunted
of dirt
house.
permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time.
Yeah. Like I've been saying, she's dead. And we killed her already. I'm just gonna enter the basement.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air.
Haunted cabin.
The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
This time I'll
The room below is silent.
Yeah, she's dead.
Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the
Oh,
final
yeah,
step,
she
the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's
Yeah.
just like I told you.
Why
Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the
Yeah,
floor.
why not? Just why?
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body
Even if a
floats up to
ghost
join the head.
without those chains.
Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
Ghost!
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
I don't know. Punches,
Oh,
maybe?
it's you. Hiya, Keller.
Howdy.
I was hoping to see you again. I
Really?
have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Yeah?
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
Okay.
Her touch is cold and ethereal,
formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin.
Alright.
So she has a body, and she's right there. We could probably grab her and kill her again, if we wanted to.
Okay, narrator.
We don't even need a
I
blade.
know.
She looks fragile enough to me.
Yeah, I'm opening the book for a second. I'm just gonna say that, narrator, I'm sorry for the previous timeline and saying you are like, you have a bloodlust. No. This guy does. My apologies. Let's wait and see how things play out.
I see you don't have that annoying knife anymore.
Yeah, I figured I didn't need it.
So, does that mean you regret what you've done? Are you here to apologize and make nice? Beg for absolution, maybe? Because I might be interested in seeing a little begging.
Nice soft voice, look at that. Definitely the victim of last time. I'm sorry I killed you last time. I shouldn't have done that.
Too little, too late.
Yeah.
But you can still make things right.
She's not in a position to bargain with us. You don't have to do anything you don't want to.
You're on the same scale.
We don't have to do anything, but maybe we should. We did kill her. Wouldn't it be the moral thing to help her now that we have another chance? When a hero slays a monster, does he apologize to it?
Depends on the monster.
No. So don't try to make things right. She was going to end the world. You didn't do anything wrong, aside from apparently killing yourself, and that doesn't have much to do with her.
Yeah. What do you want from me?
I just want the same thing I've always wanted. To go home. But this place won't let me go. At least, not alone. I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? We could probably walk out right now and everything will be
Well,
fine.
the world ended last time we did.
Hasn't got out and can't get out are two very different things. It'd be dull anyway. It's more interesting if we make a choice.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all, you own me.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it?
What do you mean by
Now,
us?
isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly. You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
No. Sounds great. Let's do
The
it.
princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
Alright.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
Don't, please, not with that. Oh, hi.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
Too late now, dude.
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
I don't
Come
know.
on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now. But we still have to get out of here.
Your eyes
damn,
flick
that
back
worked.
open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
So, it doesn't work like that for you? Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor. Are they also supposed to be you?
Oh.
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass, I'm
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
a voice? I'm me is what I am. Who cares what we are? We exist.
Okay, he being
That's all that
broken
matters.
piece of glass, I can-
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain
Yeah, that
other
was my thought.
voices in here too. I'm clearly the same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you.
Good
More
point.
important.
Yeah, what is he?
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind.
Oh.
You're more of a memory than a person. You're kind of like me, actually.
Hold on, back up. That's rude.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen.
No
Obviously, she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
Probably. Let's leave the basement.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do.
No,
Wait,
you don't.
if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world?
Depends on what your definition.
It doesn't mean that at
of ending
all.
the world.
It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world. Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world. I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn? Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door. For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able. It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate. And whine. This body
Yeah, and
wasn't
whine.
made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
Wait, if I tried to leave, if she couldn't leave, why would I be able to? She's now stuck in me. I wasn't able to leave either. Wait, what happens if I take the blade?
You reach forward and mindlessly take the blade from the table. What do you plan to do with it? Isn't that an interesting idea? I hadn't even considered it as an option. Slaying her would slay you. Are you sure you're willing to do that? Of course we're sure. The decision has already been made. All right then. Better this than ferrying her out of here.
After all that, you're really just going to stab me again?
Hear that? She's scared. No point wasting more time. Do it. You lift the blade, then plunge it deep into your guts. Pain spreads quickly through your torso as you attempt to turn its edge up towards your heart. The princess, her spirit bound to your prison of flesh as she had once been bound to the basement's prison of stone, cries out in agony as you slice through organ and muscle.
I don't want to die in you. I thought you finally understood me, but instead you just wanted to hurt me again.
Your skin roils and bucks as she violently pushes against it from the inside. Bits of her seep through, white and glowing with ethereal light, but still the walls of your prison hold.
If only I could drag you with me and make you understand. But that's not the way things get to go for me, is it?
It would certainly be interesting. Though being dead does sound dull. And you are about to be dead.
He
Again.
gets the voice
Get away from me, you cold little freak.
Oh. Feel a dull tear like strikes a meat from bone, but it doesn't delicate the hands if you are the meat. You have been stripped away from yourself, or stripped away from something that you used to be, or stripped away from something that used to be important. At the very least, you have been stripped away from something. Wait, whoa, my cursor's different. There's a chain around. It has a chain around it. I'm in the princess.
We were so close to leaving it.
You're always supposed to forget at first, but then you forget the pain. You're supposed to be here now. Look at you. Look at me. Is this what you wanted? The words come from both inside and outside of your head, but before you are flesh and scales and feathers. Is that what I look like?
Oh, you're here too. Maybe trying to slay me was for the best, if it means you could leave those other voices behind. The two mean ones, at least.
Yeah.
I feel kind of bad for the nice one.
Oh, we wouldn't have brought you in.
But we probably shouldn't think about them too much right now. They're a mess, and I don't think we can fix them. No point in worrying over messes that can't be fixed. Wait, if we need to leave together to get out, this could still count. We have to try before your body stops being alive. It's okay, I'm sure you had your reasons, but I think we have to leave now. Come on, let's...
What the fuck? You are seated in a room that is empty. A chain digs into your wrist, binding your arm to the wall. It is quiet and you are alone. This is what you deserve. This is what you deserve. This is what it repeats 500 times.
Are you still there? Am I alone again?
You're not mad at me.
I don't know why you did what you did, but it's hard to be mad when you're just as stuck as I am. I'm just trying to make the best of things. You could always make the best of things too, if you want. We both have a chance to start over. Besides, there's something about you being in here with me that feels... right. I never wanted to be your enemy. I don't know what to say. I just feel fine right now. I think things happen for a reason. And if you trying to kill both of us is what it takes for you to finally see what I see, then I'm okay with that.
Do you just stare at a wall for half a day? We're both here. What happened to the others? That is actually...
I don't know. I hope they're okay. Some of them, at least. I didn't like the one that kept bossing you around. And that quiet one kinda gave me the creeps. I liked that last one, though. He was nice. I hope he's okay.
Same. Who's still a ghost? That's a good question. What? Your gaze turns your hands solid, then translucent.
Maybe? It's like sometimes we are and sometimes we aren't. Like we're something in between ghost and not ghost.
What are we supposed to do? Just wait for something?
Well, that's what I've always done.
Oh. That's actually super fucking depressing. There has to be something for us to do.
I already told you I don't have any ideas. I did tell you that, right? Sorry if I didn't.
I keyword think. There has to be something. Well, I just asked that. Now that I think about it, both times they've been here happened until after I saw a title card. I haven't seen a title card.
You've gotten title cards? What did they say?
No, this is going to sound like you're gonna laugh at me. The first one's said chapter 1, the hero and the princess. And after we both died, I got chapter 2, the spectre.
Well, the first one is sweet.
Yeah. How hard to get your last out. I'm still a hero. I've saved the world, you know. A villain, one person might be a hero.
Look, it would have been very sweet if things didn't turn out so violent.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that things can't get better from here. I think we need a new title card, though.
Yeah.
How
That'd
about
be nice.
Chapter 3, The Princess and the Dragon?
Ooh, I like that. Ooh, reversing the order. I like it. Casting yourself with the main character, I see very humble. Princess and the Dragon. I thought it was some sort of bird. Am I a dragon? Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Ooh, reversing the order.
Thanks. I thought it would be fun.
I like it. Click on the latch and
I
muffles. Here.
guess you made it back here.
I guess so. These hands, they flip open.
We're still all wrong. It's like you don't really know what we're supposed to be. I know that sound. That's the knife. I guess it's hard to do anything without it.
Hinges open again, but this time clear, closer. So, what do I look like?
Scary. It's hard to describe. It's hard to look at you.
I actually want to see how I look. Move around the stairs. I'm not
Thumb.
good at it.
Thumb. Thumb.
Oh god, I hate it. And then the figure emerges, surrounded in a feathery darkness, the world trailing behind it, its shining blade gleaming against the wooden walls. It stares at you with wide, wild, hollow eyes. What the hell am I?
You? You've always looked like this. You're scary sometimes, but looks only matter so much.
Good point, I guess. What do you want
I
to do?
guess we'll just have to talk to them.
We have no choice, so yeah.
So, here we are again. I'm back in chains and you have your knife. So, what are we going to do?
On the figure. Off to the side is inquisitive, suspicious, hostile. His emotions are unreadable. Well, yeah, I'm not in it. How is it making?
I guess we could just stare at each other?
Silence holds. Because I'm not.
No, I don't think so. You've always been a little quiet.
Good point.
I can't hear what's going on in there anymore now that I'm back in my own body. Do you want to share your thoughts? It'd only be polite, really.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
Oh, you would like to hear what we're thinking, wouldn't you?
Oh. Raises the blade above his head and lit by the handle from his eyes.
But I think we hold the power right now.
Fuck. Silent figure continues to stare with a wild grin but does not act.
How dull. We've already had our discussions in private. I'd rather not keep listening to the rest of you run in circles, repeating the same arguments again and again and again. It was so much more interesting when we had someone to mediate. I'm sorry, did you just share privileged information with the enemy? Well, it isn't privileged anymore, now is it? Do we really need all this secrecy?
Hero?
No,
we don't.
Hold.
Yes we do. Sidebar, everyone. Now. Chop chop.
Who the fuck are you? I can't remember. Well, I don't either. I met you or I can't remember. Silence as the mind in front of you falls back into its
Excuse me. They're not listening to me.
Right? How rude.
Exactly. And you know what? I'm not gonna let them push us around like this. Hello? I'm trying to say something. Hey, I said I'm talking now. Will you listen to me?
So you are, and very loudly. Do you have something to say?
Yes.
Oops. I mean, yeah. I already know about all that privileged information because he's in here with me.
Oh, how very interesting.
Yeah, that changes things, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Does it?
Oh, it changes things, all right. We get to take out 2 birds with 1 stone.
Wait, what?
From what I remember, it's pretty easy to kill you the first time around. And this time you're back to being very... what's the word?
Fleshy?
Yes, exactly. That's precisely the word I was looking for. You're fleshy now. No more of that incorporeality. Trust me, I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't think it would be easy.
And are you doing this?
Oh, I most definitely am.
Bastard. You feel small as the monster in front of you attacks, blade raised, wings spreading.
Before anything happens, I just wanted to let you all know that we are not all on board with this. Now, we voted.
What?
It was not a majority decision. But we did have a plurality. He shouldn't count.
Oh my god, really? You counted the narrator?
Says who? Says me. He's not one of us.
Yeah.
He's been here since the beginning. The old chum really deserves to say. Besides, you'll all thank us when this is finally over and we are officially on top. But enough chatter.
Oh, so you finally decided to do something, have you?
Silence for just a moment as cold eyes regard you. Silence, still as soft eyes. You feel the sharp sting of cold metal sliding deep into your chest, but you can feel something else too. Fear as your legs wobble and then...
Princess collapses against the wall.
I'm back.
See? That was easy.
Hold on, I missed one.
It was too easy.
No, I
I
didn't.
felt bad.
Don't feel bad. Life is all about taking the easy wins. You don't think the people at the top got there because they worked for it, do you? I mean, of course they did. Hard work is important.
Yeah, hard work often goes unappreciated. Why bother?
Yeah, screw hard work. I guarantee you that anyone who's anyone has done nothing but take shortcuts.
Am I supposed to find that impressive?
Of course you are. I got us here, didn't I? Yes, everyone's very impressed with your accomplishments. But in case you hadn't noticed, she isn't dead yet. So how about you finish this before you start celebrating yourself?
What are you waiting for? You won, didn't you? Not that it's hard executing a helpless captive.
Are you... The blade tumbles uselessly from your hands and clatters to the floor. You're different, aren't you? You're back! Just as I intended! I was never cut out for leadership, really.
Oh, it's you in there now, isn't it? I thought it got a little quiet. What happens now?
Do you know how to remove voices from your head?
Absolutely not.
Try me.
I don't think there's much you can do about it if that's the choice he makes.
But
No. I think I'd like to see what happens.
Oh.
Okay, I'd like that. But we still have to get me out of these chains. I know that dropping the knife was like this big symbolic gesture for you, but we still need it, just for a minute. You should give it to me, though. What if you using it kicks you out of your body again?
Oh, that's actually smart.
Okay, listen. I know you're in charge again, but this is obviously a trick. We can't trust her. We literally just
No,
stabbed her.
let me fix that. You guys.
Someone's gonna have to take a leap of faith eventually. Fine, whatever. You stoop to the floor and pick up the pristine blade, only rather than using it for your intended purpose, you go on. You hand it to the princess,
Damn, that was
who
clean.
gingerly cuts herself free from her bindings. You maniac. And then what happens? Then, as her chains clatter to the floor, she turns her back on you and hurls the blade through the basement window, never to be seen again. No. You need the blade to deal with her.
Can we shut him up? I vote we shut him up.
I'm so glad that's behind us. Come on, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
She reaches forward and takes your hand in hers before excitedly pulling you towards the basement stairs. Yeah? And what does it feel like? Is it nice? Why do you want to know?
Because this is my decision.
You can tell a lot of things about someone from their handshake. I want to know more about the person we decided unanimously to throw our lot in with. Ugh, whatever. It's delicate and tender. Ah, so even through everything, she hasn't forgotten what it's like to have a heart. That'll do. The two of you rush up the basement stairs together. Ugh. Welcome back, by the way.
No, thank you, Hero.
Yes, we all missed you so very much. I missed you the most.
Don't even try it.
You weren't even here until he was gone. Whatever, it doesn't matter. If you step through that door, you're damning every single person alive.
How
You
do you
do
want me to-
realize that, yes?
Yeah, I
Who
know.
cares?
One last door, and then we're free. I'm down a hand, so you'll have to be the one to open it.
Step into your freedom.
You twist the doorknob in your hand
Aw.
and step forward into the world you've damned. You and the princess fall to the ground, exhausted. I hope this all comes back to bite you, do you hear?
Oh, shut up.
I hope you're forced to feel the weight of all the regret there's ever been.
Ha! Fuck you! You're gone! But he doesn't finish his thought before disappearing entirely, and you find yourself free of any of the regrets he wished upon you.
I didn't think I'd ever get to be happy, but I think I am. I just didn't realize that being happy would feel so cold.
There. We'll be back soon, I hope. This is not last or anything like that, but it's time to leave.
She's gone. And is that a mirror? Why is it here? But it feels so bad. If they think it's bad, I'm with them. You don't need to comfort them.
Alright, going to see on the other side.
Okay. If you say so. Finally. We're going places. Whatever makes you happy.
Are we just gonna be a skeleton now? Here, gaze into your reflection. Silence as you explore. They're gone once again. Oh, leaving you two. And you find yourself more quiet again. See the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Who knows? Is that a hypothetical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me? I highly doubt she knows. There's trees and stars. And there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
What? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is perspectives bleeding into one. You know her better than you know yourself. She will make for an empathetic heart. Do not mourn her, for you would not mourn yourself.
What?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does, I don't know why, but I know that for a fact. He does, I don't know. Do when I find him.
There's no need for you to know what you are going to do before you do it. If you find him, remember that I'll be waiting for you on the other side.
How many more vessels do I need to bring?
One.
Ooh.
Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Alright. I'm ready to go.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark and you die. Well, I was gonna end the video here, but if we got one more vessel, I'll go grab that.
You're on a path.
Okay, so I've killed her.
You make
I've
your
only
way.
killed her once, really. I'll proceed to that. I kind of want to know what happens if I were
The
to
interior of the blade
stab
is your imp.
the, princess.
The door to the ba-
damsel at the last second.
Wait, really? You're here to.
Chains.
You're only making this.
Thank you. Okay.
You make your way to the bottom of the.
I don't want to slay her here. If I slay her,
Fine. No. We-
If I try to slay her now,
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end. You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart,
and she dodges.
but she's fast.
Ooh.
She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
Yeah.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time?
To be fair, no.
I don't know what's come over you. But if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
No, honestly, I feel like you would whoop my ass.
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm.
She has a claws. What the sh?
But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2. The Witch.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And you're here.
Shut up. Okay. Screw it. Let's proceed to the cabin.
She will lie. Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done. The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happens to resemble a room.
The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the shelf. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea.
Yeah, I'll give him that, actually. I hate him for the last vessel, but...
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Probably? I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing.
Oh, wait, well...
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
I'm guessing it's that one.
You need to stop lingering. Your time.
Let's get something massive. Your task is to slay the princess, not anything to
Fine,
care about what to
fine.
do.
You're the boss.
No, he's not. I am.
Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark
He is
room
like a
below.
cat.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Oh, smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Okay. I can do that. Is that an option? I want you to take this.
You can't be serious. Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no. As do I. Abstain? You abstain. She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
To be fair, we killed her. This isn't a democracy. We're giving her the blade.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right?
Yup.
But of course you do.
I'm thinking that she's just gonna...
You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
You hear a clanging of metal against the dirt floor,
You could have
and the
done that
chains
the whole
fall
time.
from the princess's wrist.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little...
A woman after my own heart.
It's a shame we just gave her a weapon, because if I were her, I'd use it on us right now.
Luckily for us, you're not her.
Oh, we sure think alike, though.
I can promise you that. Whatever you say next,
You better make it count.
she creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
What do you think happens now?
Come on. That's up to you. Why you give it the blade? That was the last time I heard that. We're both scared of hurting. If one of us makes a choice, change will probably kill each other forever. You're beautiful. I actually want to actually do this. I know it's not kill me.
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
Do that.
And then
I
she buries the blade in your heart.
What? No. No, come on, that's not right. I told you.
I told you this is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Yep. Chapter 3, The Thorn.
You're on a path in the woods.
She stabbed us. She actually stabbed us. Of course she stabbed us.
We gave her the blade, which, I might add, I voted against.
No shit.
But the
Your
whole
opinion
point
doesn't matter.
was that she wasn't supposed to do that. The whole point of giving her the blade was to break the cycle of violence, and she just killed us anyway.
No, that's not why I gave it to her.
I guess it really doesn't matter if she killed us, though, right? We're back here, which means that everything's fine, or fine adjacent. Maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change. Maybe that's all it'll take to show her that there's another way to do things. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try.
Give what another try exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right? Like that changes anything. We all know the game is rigged. It doesn't even matter if she's nice this time. I'm sure he'll find a way to turn us against each other.
Great, so you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Twice, actually. Sure,
Yeah.
twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
Shut up. I'm playing on Freer. No, I am 100% Freer. Even now, it stands out that we can see.
Please don't.
Fuck off.
I'm with him. If our previous encounters have taught us anything, it's that freeing her is a bad idea. Let's just see how the wind blows. I'm not opposed to saving her, but let's not rule anything out just yet. Let's see what she has to say. Stop sitting on the fence and pick a side already. We don't need you waffling when things get hairy. I've already picked a side. Our side. I'm here to make sure that whatever happens, we wind up on top. Because that's worked out great so far. Well, we're not out of the game yet, are we? And again, I'll have you know, I wouldn't have gotten us killed last time.
I wanted to stab her in the back, not hand over our precious backstabbing implement.
Let's continue.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake.
Yeah,
My position is the only one that matters. The princess is a threat to you. She's a threat to me, and most importantly, she's a threat to the world. You know what you have to do. The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore. The burned out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old. The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table, a pristine... Wait,
There it
this
is.
isn't right. This is supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she? Well, it's not here. And if she has it, let me guess, you want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do. I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work. Of course we don't get to make a choice about the blade. Every single time we come back here, something has to be different.
Yeah. Well, we have no choice. I have to approach it.
You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent. Might as well take a look while we can. There's nothing else to do here now that the knife has been taken from us. You reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. What are you doing? Figures. Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us.
I hate
You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease. At least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved. I'd say this feels like a trap, but you practically said as much. Yet you still want us to keep going. They're only thorns. I'd say getting a few scratches in exchange for the lives of everyone in existence is a fair trade. I'm sure you'll manage. Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? You betray me, I kill you, and you come back. You let me kill you, and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
I want to figure out a way out of here. Good.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here, and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles. The space thick with hostile vegetation.
Did you know this was going to happen to me?
No, I did. Part of all these tight blue vines, bloody trembling hands looking at the sea. Oh, wait a minute. Did you know this was going to happen? Yeah, I'm here. Let me.
I want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you?
No.
Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
I'm not doing that. She'll stab me. No, I'm going for a combo.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us, but it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
Her eyes dart away from you.
And I've also hurt you.
Arthur would forever recall my knife also hurt you.
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
She's right, there's nothing left to say. So let's get a move on and do something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own.
Careful with that one. He's not the smooth negotiator he thinks he is. But it does feel like we're stuck until we do something. If there's even anything to do besides make things worse.
We're not making things worse. I think she wants to trust us.
Maybe it's time for either of us to say all that. No, it's actually.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms.
I'll be damned. She really gave it to us.
It feels like it's been so long since we've held real power in our hands. I wonder what we should do with it. We free her, obviously. It's the right thing to do.
I think you're right. She's as much a victim in all of this as we've been. Besides, it would really stick it to him to free her. Or, hear me out, we slay her. Right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance.
That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him.
We've all said our piece. Now it's time to make our move. It's 2 against 1.
It's 2 against 2.
You don't count.
And why shouldn't he count?
Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter.
He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
No.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
Yes. What a good idea. Let's cut her free.
I want this man dead.
Oh, so you're suddenly team free her? You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision. I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess.
Even if he'll stick a knife in our back as soon as he has the opportunity, it's still better to have him nominally on our side. At least that gets him to shut up for a while. See? We're all friends here, united in our actions and intentions. Yeah, united. But the other one has a point. If it keeps you quiet, sure, we're all friends.
You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade.
Is that really all you've got? Threatening us with an accidental misstep? I expected more from you.
Our blade didn't even waver when he said that. Yeah, you're right. He's a bit of a nobody, isn't he? Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning. The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate
I
you.
will cut you out of my head, dude.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
She smiles, her hand slipping into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs. shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out.
Oh, it's all that knife.
You're getting desperate, aren't you? Even more proof that you can't actually do anything to stop us.
Yep.
We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
As you swing your blade into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield. Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this? It feels so good to hear you say that.
Yeah.
You're admitting you've lost, and we've bested you at your own game at last. I don't care what happens now. That's all I've wanted.
Yep.
You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Hands clasped, the two of you open the door and step out into a new day. You irredeemable murderers.
What do we do now? Where's everything going? Why is it so cold?
Hey, at least the rose is faded. Why did I say that? Now they're fading. No, let me grab a rose. I get the chance to respond.
She's gone, and there's that. But it feels so bad. It's going to do something to us. I can feel it. If they think it's bad, I'm with them. Okay, so this is all going to work out. Finally, we're going places.
Approach the mirror, gaze at your reflection. Silence as you for the dominant gem and the unknown. What the fuck? That isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refuse your gaze and when you see it, it's a figure, faintly veiled and shadowed beyond the reflection.
I think you know what I am.
Crack slides down the center of the mirror, aiming at you. Two. That mirror cracks once and another, and running the mirror and jagged shards broken. You're the narrator, right? I ever get to see you.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Oh, he's dying slowly. What are you? Something like
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Like you said something like that.
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore. I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that. Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
I have so many more questions for you.
Then ask them, and make it quick. I won't last for long now that you can see me.
For what piece of weird off like that? I'm sorry, I don't want. Okay, that's a lie. Every time I ask you know about the hey, 90.
Any other version of me you talked to is just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them that you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me, I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
What is the princess doing? People out there
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is given them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
What is the princess?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can, so I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. Seems that every me you met did a real shit job of it, though. Well, there's no reasoning with a god, even one you've woven into existence yourself. I've said my piece. My time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo, and echoes always fade away.
You are the wrong player. Fast and there's nothing there. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is nothing. Yeah. Oh, hello.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly. Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
Alright.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am. Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
The world can't really exist without death. If no one dies, there's no consequence for our actions. If there's no... I think it's time for us to leave this place, but
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
for yourself. Body of pictures, sensation, what's not happening, except for her. Through your wings, causes seal the glass of confidence.
I love you.
All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. Oh my god.
It's magnificent. Everything, just like it always has been, and just like it always will be.